Well, thank you so much for praying for us during the month of MasterWorks. We saw your prayers so beautifully fulfilled and beyond. Our play was Our Town, written by Thornton Wilder, and we actually had one of his descendants in the cast. And that third act of Our Town was what led one of our faculty members at MasterWorks years ago to consider eternity. And that consideration led to a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, who has given him an assurance of his eternity with the Lord. Now, our play was directed by John Kirby, considered one of the greatest coaches, acting coaches in Hollywood. He's worked on 20 major motion pictures, and he brought us to a place of excellence that was compared with productions of Our Town at Notre Dame University, New York, and London. One afternoon, actually it was an evening, after one of our performances for the orchestra, where some of the best musicians in the world are training up artists with the repertoire from the greatest composers of all time, this man came up to me, holding back the tears, not quite. He said he's always been impressed with MasterWorks ever since they came to Winona Lake, Indiana. But on the last Saturday afternoon, he got to sit in on a casting session, literally, with Bev Holloway, who has been an acting coach on 30 major motion pictures. And he said as he watched Bev sculpt the performances of our actors, and some of these performances are actually being considered in 2 live movies that she is casting right now. He said as he saw this happening, he finally got it, that MasterWorks literally is training up the next generation of professional artists. We also had Ken Wales there, who we screened Chariots of Fire, and we asked the community, what do you want to see in our sequel? Patricia Macheri was there. A few days before she arrived, she shared how she was given a script for her character that she's developed for 16 years on One Life to Live. She couldn't do it. She wrote rewrites, and they were rejected. She was fired. And her stance, standing up for God, was such an amazing precedent and example for our students. It was just profound. My friend Matt Nelson was there. He shared how he had been paralyzed, all but paralyzed in both of his arms. And through surgery and through miracles, he was able to and his voice was gone. He had one note, and that was it. And then he tap danced and sang and declared the healing power of our Lord Jesus Christ to this entire community. We also took our theater students through teachings on calling. What is your calling in the arts or beyond? How do you spend time with Jesus? How do you put on the armor of God? And we had kids on Facebook saying, I was going to read my ACT scores and I felt like I got hit with this physical punch of fear and anxiety. And I remembered, put on the armor. And she felt the difference. And that's just one story out of 5 or 6 online of people saying after they left, they're putting on the armor of God and they're seeing it make an amazing difference in their lives. Joyce taught our acting students in the last week on how to be a friend with Jesus. And in one of the last sessions, we did a foot washing. Our stage manager came to get us. And when she opened the door, I said, can I wash your feet? And she burst into tears because the presence of God was so thick in that room. By the end, one of the actors asked, can you baptize me? And so we brought them down to Winona Lake. Joyce said all the important words and I got to dunk them. And the lead actress in Our Town said, I've been taking these baptism classes, but I haven't been able to be baptized. And she got to be baptized with the friends that she had made over the course of that month. And we were going off the dock singing, when I go down to the river to pray. And Joyce yells out, we got another one! Thank you, thank you, thank you for lifting us up in prayer. The impact that it had on our students and the world in the future was absolutely profound. Thank you very much.